हेलो।
सर आपने चैट्स बंद करके रखे हैं हमारे लिए।
Hello.
Good morning, sir. You are audible.
Now I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. There might be some problem with the mic. It is the external mic which is connected to the computer. So next time I will be having one spare mic so that this problem may not happen. Okay. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So quickly we will go through the syllabus and later on directly we'll start with the subject. Now you can see the syllabus of the control system engineering, where course requisite is engineering mathematics. It is completely say mathematical based because Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transform, then Z transform, somewhere complex conjugate, then partial fraction, integration, derivation, such kind of things are required. Somewhat polynomial equations will be also there. So only mathematics is the base of this subject, else completely it is a conceptual subject. Like it has no base like say previous subject like EDC vagara, not required in that much say way. So here there are total 6 units as per university scheme, out of which I will start with unit number 1, which is introduction to the control system, wherein we will see what is the definition, closed loop, open loop system, what are the different physical systems like electrical, mechanical, electromechanical, how to represent those system in terms of block diagram, why it is necessary, and block diagram. If the block diagrams are complex, then there is one more technique that is called signal flow graph that we can also see. Okay, now here first unit will be conducted by me, then second unit will be conducted by Dr. R.S. Dekekar sir. It is completely related to time response analysis. Then again I'll go through the unit number 3, that is stability and root locus technique. Then unit number 4 will be conducted by Dekekar sir. Then fifth will be conducted by me, that is state variable analysis of the system. And sixth unit again, digital control system, will be conducted by Dekekar sir. So total about 51 lecture is required as per university plan. But as it is online teaching, syllabus may be covered in less than 51 unit because there is no disturbance in online teaching. So here are the books where textbook generally people use is Nagrath, IJ and M Gopal, Control System Engineering 5th edition. New Age International. Most of the student uses this book. Else, in the references, we have K. Ogata, Modern Control Engineering. Then we have B.C. Koo, that is automatic control system. Then later on we have 5-6 books which are also best, but Nagaraj Gopal is say good, and also BC Kuo is also good for this subject. Okay, this is the short introduction of the syllabus that we have for this subject. Now I'll come back to the PowerPoint presentation of the subject. So here we'll start with the introduction of control system. Today we'll see all the basics. So introduction to the control system. Unit 1, we have introduction with basic definitions, closed loop and open loop systems. Other than this, we'll see what are the linear, non-linear system, static and dynamic system, then causal and non-causal system, and time variant and time invariant system. We'll see the difference along with the example. Then the transfer function. Transfer function is nothing but the output to input response. So this is very, very important because throughout this subject, everywhere we have to compute the transfer function for different signal of the certain system. Then mathematical models of physical systems like electrical, mechanical and electromechanical. We'll have 1 or 2 examples related to this, wherein mechanical and electromechanical is somewhat new to you people, else electrical will be just having RLC circuit with KVL and KCL rules. But there will be different rules for mechanical system, like as there is a mass, force, inertia, torque. Likewise, some physical or mechanical terms are there, so would be new to for you. Then block diagram representation of any system. Instead of say using resistance, capacitance, these are the components, resistance, capacitance, inductor. We will replace particular system, which is say electrical system or electronic system, by a block. That is the block diagram representation. Then block diagram reduction technique. If the system becomes very, very complex, then there may be huge number of blocks in that system. So there are certain 8 to 10 techniques by which we can reduce the complexity of the system and we can represent particular system with few number of blocks. So we'll see what are those techniques. And if even though it is say the system becomes complex for block diagram reduction technique or computation becomes complex, then there is one more technique that is called signal flow graph. So wherein we have to just draw an arrow and lines to represent the system, that is a signal flow, and the flow of the signal, the direction, and some basic control system actions we'll see in this unit. So coming to the very basic part, that is basic of the control system here. So what is the system? A collection of physical, biological or abstract component which together perform an intended objective. Certain objective is performed, that is nothing but system. We want to move from X city to Y city. Whatever we may use two-wheeler, we may use car, we may use bus, we may use train. So whatever I'm saying, those are the systems. किसके घर में झगड़े चालू है? समीर Zopate, talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Until and unless you have any question or query, your mic should not be on. Okay.
Sir, sorry, sir.
बर्तन फेंकने की आवाज आ रही है. तुम तो नहीं कर रहे ना?
Sorry, sir. नहीं, sir.
Are you frustrated in first lecture?
No, sir.
No, Samir and all of you, please mute your mic because it is disturbance. Okay, it is a disturbance.
Sorry.
So even though you may or may not be listening to the lecture, please don't interrupt. Okay. Sometime by
No,
mistake
sir.
it happens.
I'm listening, sir.
Yeah, no, I know by mistake it may happen, but try to say remain active during the lecture. Okay. Coming back to the PowerPoint presentation again. So any task that you have to perform with certain say thing, that is nothing but system. A system gives an output, and output here generally we talk in terms of response. For an input, and input here we talk in terms of excitation. So you can see the very simple system block is there. If theoretical question is asked, input or excitation is given to particular system, it will perform some intended objective or task, and it will provide you the response, that is nothing but the output. What is the system? System is not a single block. It may contain several blocks. That is called a subsystem. So a system can be a collection of subsystem. You can see in next block, that is excitation, input is given to subsystem 1 and subsystem 2 simultaneously. It is somewhere added, subtracted, whatever the action is performed along with subsystem 4. Then final result is given to subsystem 3, and whatever is the output of the subsystem 3 is nothing but the response. So you can see subsystem 1, subsystem 2, 3 and 4. So this complete block is also system. So system may be an individual or may contain several subsystems inside that. Okay. I'm not talking about any component inside this system right now. You might be thinking system hai, so under electronic hoga, under electrical component hoga. It may be mechanical, it may be biological, it may be anything. So system is a system. Right now we are not differentiating in terms of electronics, electrical, mechanical, civil, whatever. Okay. Just it performs some intended objective. Now, certain examples, just have example of motor. Motor is a system where the input is electrical energy, say voltage, and output is what? Output is the mechanical energy, that is nothing but rotation. Another is air condition. Air conditioner is a system where input is also electrical energy, that is voltage. And what is output? Output is the heat energy, that is nothing but ambient temperature. Car is also system. Input is acceleration or deceleration, and output is vehicle displacement from one place to another place. Again, you can see the fourth picture here. It is a human body infected with virus. Input is what? Drug administration. And what happens if input drug administration is there? Then it will act on body, and output will be drug distribution to the different parts of the body and effect on the body. Maybe positive effect, negative effect, whatever. Generally, drug administration is what? Doctor provides us medicine for getting the patient cure. So here are some systems you can see where biological example is there, some automobile example is there, AC means electronic example is there, motor will consider in electrical. So several things are there. Now, some basic symbols are to be remembered during this subject. If you use different book, the symbols or notation may vary, but try to practice with certain fixed methodology, fixed symbols, so that there may not be any confusion. So for time, it is common everywhere. For time, it is denoted by T. It is a time instant. Input is denoted by U of T, and it is input signal given to the system at any time instant T. Somewhere it is denoted by R of T. Okay. Then output is Y of T, where output of the system at any time instant T. Somewhere it is represented by C of T. Intentionally, I am telling you another notations which are available in the book. Then time delay is by delta. So delay into the signal. Then there is a disturbance. Like if I'm saying I'm sitting into the room, turn on my AC, and AC temperature is supposed 25 degrees centigrade. Later on, say 10 people came to my room, sat for say 10 to 15 minutes. Your AC room temperature may not remain 25 degrees centigrade if it is not a closed loop. What happened due to 10 people sitting into the room, due to their body temperature, the room temperature also increases. It may increase to 27 or 28 or 29 degrees centigrade. So these 10 people coming into the room is nothing but a disturbance. So in every system there is a disturbance. So disturbance is denoted by W of T. Disturbance affecting the system at time T. Of course, if AC is on, its temperature is 25 degrees centigrade set, and if some disturbance is coming and it is deviated from say 25 to any other value, that is nothing but your system is affected. So there are also disturbance called internal and external disturbances. So that will be discussed later on. Then the function, a defined relation between a set of variable. There are several variables, there are several components into the system. So there are several variables. Between that, a relationship is defined by particular function. So classification of the system. I hope the PPTs are visible. Any of you may reply.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Because I should not go ahead until unless you are able to see the things on my computer. Okay, so classification of the system. Variety of classifications is possible based on the system features and its applications. First is linear and non-linear system classification we are talking about. Another is static and dynamic. We'll see the example of this, don't you worry. Then time invariant and time variant. Actually, the name itself shows what it means. Then causal and non-causal. These are the four major classification of the system. Again, I'm repeating, system does not mean it is an electronic. It may be any type of component or variable inside this system. Then the very first is linear and non-linear. So what is linear? Linear output varies linearly with input is nothing but linear system. Non-linear output does not varies linearly with input is non-linear. Linearity means satisfies the homogeneity and superposition theorem. Non-linearity means do not satisfy homogeneity and superposition theorem. Then for an example, the resistance. Resistance is I is equal to V by R. If I have resistance and if I perform certain experiment on that, you'll get linear relationship between output to the input, or say instead of saying output and input, it is voltage divided by resistance. You will get linear relationship as shown in the graph. But another example of non-linearity is diode. Diode is different. You can see the diode graph. It is not linear. If at any point of instant, if you take the relation of y-axis and x-axis, it is not a constant. Of course, in certain cases, the piecewise linear characteristic may be plotted regarding the diode, but completely, if you are considering, it is non-linear device. For an example, superposition and homogeneity. I have a resistor with voltage applied V, current passes I. So my formula is I is equal to V by R. Very simple example. You may use this while writing into the paper. No one will object. So what is superposition? It is f of x plus x2, x1 plus x2 will be written as f of x1 plus f of x2. It is a superposition. So what I did in next example, I added two sources. So there is V1 and V2 with polarity, and current is flowing. So how we can write equation? I will be Divya Bhav sir. Divya Bhav sir.
पटियाले गाता आहे आता मस्त करू राहिलो आपण इकडे आलो तर
हरिओम. पिक्चर मध्ये हे
बोल ना.
चालू द्यावं लागतं. हरिओम माडोकार.
माळू का
हा माडोकार. Okay. So in second example, both the sources are in phase, so they will be additive. So V1 plus V2 divided by R. We may separate it like V1 by R plus V2 by R, and it will be I1 plus I2. So you can see superposition is followed here. I, which is a function, which will be I1 plus I2. What is homogeneity? Here function f of ax1 will be equal to a, we can take constant outside, f of x1. For example, same example I have extended here. So what I did, I added one constant to v1, that is a, and one constant to v2, that is say b. So writing an equation, it will be I is equal to a v1 plus b v2 divided by r. Then it will be a v1 by r plus b v2 by r. And separating it, it will be I is equal to a I1 plus b I2. So it satisfied the homogeneity. This circuit satisfies the superposition both. So above example follows superposition and homogeneity theorem. Hence, the system shown above is linear. Now moving to the another example, where the superposition, that is f of x1 plus x2, does not follows f of x1 plus f of x2, that is not equal. Again, f of ax1 is not equal to a f of x1. That of course does not follow homogeneity. What is the example? Again, the diode current equation I took. Here I is equal to I0, which is leakage current or reverse saturation current, into e raised to power v by tau minus 1. So what I did, instead of V, I used two voltage sources as I did in earlier example, V1 plus V2. So I may write this equation, that is I is equal to I0 into e raised to power V1 plus V2 divided by tau minus 1. But I may not write, that is not of course equal to I0 into e raised to power V1 by tau minus 1 plus I0 into e raised to power V2 by tau minus 1. So this, we cannot equate the above equation. So superposition is not followed here. Again, come to the homogeneity. Diode current equation, I took one constant. So this is the conventional equation. If V is A, V, that is A is the constant, V is the voltage. Therefore, we may write this equation, that is I is equal to I0 into e raised to power AV divided by tau minus 1. But we may not write A taking A outside I0 into e raised to power V by tau minus 1. We may not write, of course, we cannot, I will say, instead of may not, I will say we cannot write this equation. So here also homogeneity theorem does not follow. So above example does not follow superposition and homogeneity theorem. Hence the systems are nonlinear. Okay. Am I going with say right? Speed is correct? Are you understanding the concept? Anybody can reply.
yes sir
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Speed
sir.
is okay. Speed
Yes,
is
sir.
okay. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
we'll move. Okay, thank you. So furthermore, we'll move to the another one, that is static and dynamic. Of course, with an example, static versus dynamic. So static is what at any time output of this system is dependent only on present input. What is dynamic? In dynamic, output of the system is depends on present as well as past. Like in static, only present. In dynamic, we have present and past. So here you can see with the formula, it is called memoryless. Why memoryless? Because present input is required only, no past input is required. So output, that is y of t, will be function of u of t only. Whatever is the present time input is nothing but the output. But here in dynamic system, presence of memory is there, can be observed. What is the output? Output may be depend on present input, that is a function of u of t, on past input, that is u of t minus 1, u of t minus 2, and so on. So output affects present as well as past input. For an example, for static system, I of t will be equal to v of t divided by r. Of course, simple resistance है, जिसे voltage दिया है, then current will be dependent on but voltage applied at particular time. If we remove the voltage, current will be removed or 0. But in case of an inductor, it is not true. If we apply voltage, it will pass the current, it will store an energy, and if we remove the current, current will not be 0 at the same instant. Let's have an example. So static में V0 present VI, dynamic में V0 depends on present and past VI. You can see here very simple circuit, one resistance, one voltage source connected in series. So current I will be V by R. You may quote this example while writing the paper, no one will object, okay? No need to take big example for explaining such basic things. Then if V is 0, then instantaneously I becomes 0. And that is the static system, very simple. But in this case, you can see voltage source is supplied to resistance and inductor. As a start voltage source, it will pass current through resistance, it will pass current through inductor. Inductor में से current कैसे लिखते हैं हम? It is L di by dt. So V will be equal to KVL अगर लिखे तो V will be equal to IR, that is voltage across this resistance, and voltage across this inductor can be written like L di by dt. And after certain time, what I do, I will remove the voltage. So voltage becomes 0. But at that instant, current will not be 0 instantaneously, because this is what inductor is, the energy storing device. So it will be some value. We don't bother about value, whatever may be. So I of t will be computed by I of 0, that is initial current, into e raised to power minus L R by L into T. So your current is not 0. Again, if I apply the voltage, what I did here, remove the voltage, there is a current. If I apply the voltage again, this initial current or initial current will be taken into consideration while calculating the present current. Here, talking about this system, what is my input? Input is the voltage. What is my output? Output is the current. Here also, input is the voltage, output is the current. So after applying voltage and removing it, later on, if I'm again applying voltage to this system, output is what? Current will be dependent on present voltage applied, and previous energy stored by this inductor will have certain current into that. So present and past input dependency is nothing but dynamic system. So these are the small example of static and dynamic system. Moving further is time invariant and time variant. Name itself says time के साथ vary होने वाला, that is time. By mistake I wrote here IN, okay, it must be time variant. So time invariant and time variant. Okay, so time variant system, output of this system is independent of time at which the input is applied. But in time variant system, output of the system is dependent on time at which the input is applied. Of course, we have mathematical formula and we have one example related. Now, y of t, you please keep in mind y of t, if I say it is the output, it is a response. Y of t is equal to say f u of t. एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे हमने समझो 10 बजे कुछ इनपुट दिया है, you are getting certain output, but what I do later on, I'll give the input at 10:30, say y of t plus delta, आधे घंटे के बाद दिया मैंने, will be also equal to u of t plus delta, and these two will be equal. So that is time invariant. Particular system को मैंने एक टाइम पे इनपुट दिया, दूसरे टाइम पे इनपुट दिया, दूसरे दिन इनपुट दिया, that doesn't matter, the performance or the output changes. Similar thing is explained here related to resistance. I of t will be v of t plus r. आज मैंने एक रेजिस्टेंस और वोल्टेज लगाया और करंट सपोज 1 ओम का रेजिस्टेंस है, I have connected 1 volt there, so v by r will be 1 ampere today. Tomorrow I took same circuit, I used 1 ohm resistance, I connected 1 volt to that resistance, current will be 1 ampere. So it is time invariant, time के साथ कुछ variation नहीं मिला है response में. Time invariant. Now time variant में आप formula देख सकते हो. Y of t is equal to f u of t. U of t is what? Excitation or input. Y of t is the output. So output is generated for certain excitation at certain time, but that is not equal to the time which is say differ from t. That is y of t plus delta is equal to u of t plus delta is not equal to this function. For an example, aircraft acceleration. What is aircraft? Acceleration is force divided by mass. And you know, it is explained on next slide. So you can see here, I of I will be equal to V by R. If 1 volt to 1 ohm resistance, it will be 1 ampere. If I apply it today, tomorrow, or any time, the output remains same for particular input variable. That is time invariant system. But what is time variant system? Example, mass of an aircraft changes as the fuel is consumed. This is the formula which already discussed. Acceleration is force by mass. And we know mass of the aircraft would be different at the time of takeoff than that at the time of landing. Because at the time of takeoff, the fuel will be more into the aircraft. So mass of the aircraft will be more. But it is goes to say from India to USA, then of course ample huge amount of fuel will be consumed, and while landing at USA, the mass will be different. So of course the acceleration is equal to force divided by mass. It varies. So here, if I think with respect to time, it varies at the time of takeoff and the landing. Therefore, it is time variant system. Time dependency is not classified in terms of dynamics, but in terms of system parameter. It is one of the parameter. In above example, what is parameter? In this system, in first example, resistance is a parameter, and in second example, mass is the parameter. And in, you can see first example, resistance is not changing with respect to time, today, tomorrow, or any day. But here, in another example, mass is changing during takeoff to the landing. Going to the next classification is causal versus non-causal. Output of the system, causal के बारे में बात करें. Output of the system is only dependent on the input already received, present or past. That is, y of t will be equal to f of u of t, that is present, f of u of t minus 1, that is past, will maybe furthermore u of t minus 2, that is also past, and so on. But in non-causal, output of the system is only dependent on the future input as well. Not only dependent on present or past, it is also dependent on future. Like I have output y of t will be f of u of t, that is this time or present time, as well as future u of t plus whatever is the number. Likewise, it is called non-causal. So present and output depends on only on present and past means causal, and output depend on present as well as future input is called non-causal. For an example, we had this example here, that is thermostat based AC motor or generator. What is thermostat based AC? Suppose my room temperature is 25 degrees centigrade. I alone sitting into the room, right? Then 10 people come inside the room, then temperature increases, but system knows earlier means thermostat. Earlier temperature is 25, it needs 25, now it is increased due to some disturbance. It has to be decreased, automatically it is decreased. But what about the example of weather forecast and missile guidance? It needs future inputs also. So नॉन-कॉजल सिस्टम का एग्जांपल क्या है? वेदर फोरकास्ट एंड मिसाइल गाइडेंस. कॉजल सिस्टम में बहुत सारे आ सकते हैं, नॉट ओनली थर्मोस्टेट बेसिस, इट इज अ फ्रीज जो भी ऑटोमेटेड है which requires past and present input, that comes under causal system. Now these are the classification of the system. Now coming to the basic of the control system. What is control system? A system or mechanism which directs the input to the another system and regulate their output. Control system alerts the response of the plant or system as desired. So you can say desired reference there, control is there which is controlling the system, then control input we may apply. This is the plant which is to be controlled and will provide you certain response or the output. Very simple. We'll add on certain blocks into this. Intentionally I have used simple block first. Then what is a disturbance? Disturbance is an unwanted signal that affect the output of the system. As I mean earlier, that room temperature wala example, if more people coming into the room, the ambient temperature of the room will change, and those people coming into the room is nothing but disturbance to the temperature. So people entering and leaving, that is the external environment. An AC room disturb room temperature. Controller has to eliminate the effect of disturbance. Of course, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा कि ठीक है चेंज हो गया टेम्परेचर 25 था 37 तक जा चुका, it is acceptable. No, it is not acceptable. If I set particular AC to 25 degrees centigrade, means user wanted to maintain the temperature to 25 degrees centigrade. Okay, if it is in case of human, we may adjust. Okay, 25 का 28 हो गया है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, चल रहा है, ज्यादा गर्मी नहीं हो रही, पसीना नहीं आ रहा है, right? But in terms of say the plants into the industry where several electronic components or controllers require some fixed temperature, say 20 degree means 20 degree. If it is deviated from 20 degree, there may be huge say damage to the system. In that case, the disturbance may not be what we can say, disturbance may not be, क्या बोल सकते हैं उसको, अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते हैं, उसे बाइफरगेट नहीं कर सकते. सो हियर डिस्टर्बेंस 10 लोग आ रहे हैं रूम में, टेम्परेचर चेंज हो रहा है, ह्यूमन इज सिटिंग इनसाइड रूम, दैट मे बी टॉलरेटेड, आई वांट टू से टॉलरेट, दैट मे बी टॉलरेटेड, बट इनटू द प्लांट if due to 1 degree centigrade there will be say huge loss to the system, there it may not be tolerated. So this disturbance is also one of the major say parameter which is to be considered while designing the system, while analyzing the system. So desired reference, again controller which is controlling the system, which is providing you control input to the plant. This plant is to be controlled and output but here disturbance is taken into the consideration. Moving ahead, feedback in a control system. Like if we take an example of lift, I'm saying advanced lift, those are used nowadays. You can see if single person is traveling through a lift from say basement to say 15th floor, you please observe the speed of the lift. Later on, whatever may be the maximum capacity of the lift, say 10 people say moving into the lift, and again go from the basement to the 15th floor. If you are experiencing both the scenarios, you'll not feel there is a change in the speed of the lift. कि पहले एक था तो फास्ट चलेगी 15th फ्लोर पे, बाद में 10 या 12 पर्सन है, then it is slow, देर लगी थोड़ी 15th फ्लोर पे जाने की. Why it is not happening so? Because there is a feedback. Whatever is the weight inside the lift, accordingly the torque is adjusted. So whatever the feedback that you are using, due to that the system becomes very accurate. So feedback senses the plant output and gives the signal which can compare with control action. Kitna speed hona chahiye, that is nothing but say reference, that is called control input, and changes based on the feedback. Nowadays you may see the washing machine, those are also fully automized, wherein it automatically detects whether there is a 1 kg clothes inside that or 6 kg clothes inside that. Accordingly, it will adjust everything, whatever water level or speed, spinning speed. That does not affect the system performance because it is a feedback system. Feedback enables control system in exciting the desired performance from the plant even in presence of the disturbance. AC जो है आजकल के, of course it is a self healing. 25 बोला है मैंने degree centigrade, it will maintain 25 degree centigrade even if no one is inside room and say few number of people are inside room. Of course it will take certain time. If there is change in temperature, it will automatically change its action. So here along with disturbance के वजह से क्या हो रहा था, system is hampered. But what I did now, I took feedback from the output, gave it to the controller, and I'm asking controller to adjust whatever is the required. So plant is now with feedback. Now, examples of control system. What is the process or plant? What is the output? What is the desired input? What are the subsystems? What is an actuator? These are the certain questions which you have to ask yourself while designing the control system. So temperature, for an example, it is of AC. Temperature setting knob, kitna set karna hai, it is not a remote. On off switch which control the system, which is nothing but air conditioner, will provide the input, control input to this. And room is the inside room, actual temperature is nothing but the response or output. Like in this example, you can say desired temperature, on off switch, then air conditioner, disturbance is people into the room, actual temperature is the output from which it is taken feedback given to the controller, that is on off switch. So here plant is above questions जो थे उसका answer. Here plant is room, control system is air conditioner, reference is desired temperature. यहाँ पे कितना चाहिए? If you need 25 degrees centigrade, so this is the reference temperature. Control input, it is a compressor on off switch. Of course compressor on off होगा तभी room temperature में changes होंगे. It is applicable to freeze as well. Then output is temperature. Disturbance factor affecting the ambient temperature may be internal or external. What is external? whatever we discussed till the time is external, like one person is sitting into the room, that is, and later on 10 people come into the room. The 10 people coming into the room is called, say, external disturbance, and whatever is, say, system internally affected by some parameters is called internal, and feedback is measurement of the actual temperature of the room, that is the response or output. Moving ahead, another example is desired destination is the, say, input for a car or vehicle wanted to move from Shegao to Akola, that is desired input. Human control hai car, so human control, steering, acceleration, whatever hai. Then vehicle is the controlled, that is nothing but plant. What is disturbance? Maybe road condition, traffics. Then output is actual position. Human analyzes, accordingly it will steer or accelerate the vehicle, that is nothing but feedback, and accordingly will adjust the speed, whatever, steering of the vehicle. So plant is what? Vehicle. Control system is human control. Then reference is desired destination. Steering mechanism is the control input. Then output is actual position. Akola पहुंचा या नहीं पहुंचा. Disturbance is traffic condition. And feedback is what? Sensing position. Now here feedback is human sensing. हमें खुद ही पता चलता है what to act, what to do. Okay, moving to the next summary of this, whatever we discussed till, is the system. A system is a combination of or an arrangement of different physical components which acts together as an entire unit to achieve certain objective. This is called a system by definition, of course. In general, you understood, but by definition, this is the definition. Now, what is a control system? To control means regulate, to direct or control. Hence, a control system is an arrangement of different physical quantities, elements connected in such a manner so that to regulate, direct, or command itself or some other system. That is nothing but definition of control system. Quickly, we will finish with open loop and closed loop. Then I will finish this lecture. Open loop system, a system in which the output is dependent only on input, but the input is totally independent of output. Means output में क्या चल रहा है, input को कोई लेना देना नहीं. It is totally independent. And output is dependent on input. मैंने 1 volt दिया है, 1 ampere current आ रहा है. So that is means 1 ampere current is output से, 1 volt is the input. 1 ampere current क्यों आ रहा है? Because 1 volt is the input. But later on due to say some resistor parameter कुछ हुआ है, टेम्परेचर ज्यादा बढ़ गया है या फिर पोटेंशियोमीटर किसी ने पोर्ट घुमा दिया है, इनपुट को फीडबैक नहीं है, इनपुट को पता नहीं, इनपुट will still remain 1 volt whatever may be the current. So input is not dependent on output. That's it, that is mentioned here. What is advantage of open loop? This is not first time you are learning open loop and closed loop. It is already done in case of op-amp, maybe in another subject as well. So it is simple in construction, very much convenient when output is difficult to measure, easy for maintenance, of course less number of components or parameters are there, simple to design, hence economical. Disadvantage, inaccurate, unreliable, because accuracy in such system is totally depends on pre-calibration of the controller. एक बार calibrate हो गया खत्म. Like say balance, if I have 1 kg weight, balance is there, it is calibrated, it will measure in another say side, it will measure 1 kg sugar, but later on if there is a problem with balance, uska say alignment galat ho gaya, then still if there is 1 kg weight in one side, another side may be say deviated, it may be 900 gram or it may be 1100 gram likewise. So it is once calibrated, later on if there is a problem with the system may not be corrected in open loop. Such system gives an inaccurate result if there are variation in external environment. Of course, electronic के बारे में अगर सोचे open loop है, so particular system may work differ in say -°C or say very less temperature, may work differ in high temperature near to the say boiler, or maybe in summer season it may deviate its performance. Closed loop system will come to this, a system in which controlling action or input is somehow dependent on the output or changes in the input. Of course, whatever it changes in the output will be given to the controller. Accordingly, system will change. Again, disturbance जो हम पहले केस में जिसे tolerate कर रहे थे, here it is not tolerable. जब भी disturbance आ रहा है, accordingly output will change. Accordingly, feedback is taken and controller will take action to restrict the output to some desired value. Is the closed loop. Quickly, advantage accuracy of the system is very high. Such system senses the environmental changes as well. Bandwidth of the system is very high. Less effect of non-linearity and distortion. उसमें रह सकता है non-linearity and distortion, of course यहाँ पे नहीं. Disadvantage, it is complicated and time consuming from design and maintenance point of view. So here I've covered, quickly I will summarize, I have covered what are the different classifications of the system, what is the system, what is the control system, what is open loop, closed loop system. We have seen this point with certain examples. So I have only 3-4 minutes. If you have any questions regarding this lecture, you may ask, else I will leave this meeting. Thank you very much. Wait, let me download the attendance. Any questions? Only 1 minute is there. Okay, if there are no questions, thank you very much. You may leave the meeting.